Hello Virgo, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Virgo, sexy Virgo, we're going to start with, I have a whole pile of cards here in front of me. Everybody's going to be a little bit different this week, my dear. So we're going to start with the fortune cookie deck. And then I'm being called to, I use the animal oracle for Leo, but I'm being called to use the energy oracle for you after I do the fortune cookie, and then we'll see what tarot deck I am called to. So Virgo, your energy is different. Is it actually kind of funny? I felt very theatrical in Leo's reading. That's so difficult. Like, that's the fifth house. So I'm feeling very grounded here in yours. I'm feeling really grounded. And it's funny too because I've adjusted the camera. As you can see, I'm down in my kitchen / dining room / living room. And I had it way up high and I could never find it. I was just like, I was channeling through Leo's reading, but most of the time I wasn't looking at the camera because it was so high. So I've lowered it and I feel like it's almost like I've grounded the energy. So your energy is a little more grounded. Leo's was very theatrical. So maybe as I go into the readings this week, I'm kind of pulling into the energy of that house that your sign sits in. So that's kind of intriguing. All right, so let's get started, Virgo. Your fortune cookie. Virgo's fortune cookie. What do they have? Twists and turns. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. Isn't that funny? I'm only saying that because as I sat down in your reading, all of a sudden had that feeling come over me like, I think I need a nap. But I don't think I'm tired. I had a good sleep. I'm good to go here. And then your card is sitting in this holder and it kept leaning. Look at that. See, it's falling down like it wants a little nap. It kept leaning forward. I kept putting it up and it kept leaning forward. And I thought it's almost like you're coming in for a nap. So I don't know if you're navigating a lot of twists and turns and changes in your life right now. So you are, being advised here to get the rest that you need so that you can cope with all of the upheaval and changes that could be going on. I'm also kind of getting the feeling with this card and being in your energy, like major changes and interruptions surround you. Now, I feel like Virgo, what might not seem like major changes and disruptions to others, they could just be, seem like minor changes or little hiccups in the day. I kind of get the feeling that for you, this is amplified because there's a sense of wanting things to be kind of organized and systematic. So it feels like that there's a deviation in that somehow for you. There's a deviation in organized and systematic. The best way for you to kind of cope with this, because these are changes and interruptions. So you may even be trying to work on something and you keep getting interrupted, is to take a breath. And if you're feeling kind of overwhelmed and tired, give yourself that time. What's at the bottom? Friendship. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. Kind of feels like as well that perhaps you're being pulled away from things you would like to be doing for yourself. Being pulled away from things that you would like to be doing for yourself, but there's a friend here that kind of needs some help from you or advice, counseling skills that kind of get them on the right track here. You do have a positive future. The direction of that is going to reveal itself. But in the meanwhile, if you do have doubts and confusions, those will disappear. It feels like the twists and turns are not necessarily your life, but it's a life around you or lives around you. And these people looking for advice or help. And it's interrupting you. Like I said, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily something big and major. But it does see, it's out of you. Yeah, it's I'm also getting this message that you're really curious. It's like Virgo, like maybe you have a family at home, or they're not at home, or they've gone away. I'm literally getting they've gone away, and maybe you're working from home, or you're working. And this was actually going to feel like a vacation to you. It's almost as if like your family went away and took a vacation, but you couldn't take that time. So you stayed home. And it was kind of as if thinking, you know, yeah, I'm going to be able to get into work. I'm not going to have a lot of distractions, or even if you're working from home. And you had plans on certain things that you were going to do around the house, you know, that you can't get done when you have a family around, you have a spouse, you have kids, or whatever that could be, or a roommate even. Because it's your time. But that, no, it didn't happen that way. It feels like it's not happening that way for you somehow. So let's see what the energy oracle card is for you. Strategy. Oh, I love it too, the feather. It's my raven feather. Look at that, strategy. So there could be signs and synchronicities going on around you for feathers. Just the fact that there's one here, and I have a big one, I have a black one, and there's a white feather on here. So it's a very yin and yang energy. And actually, even as I say that, when I held up this deck, I think yin and yang, after the pre-shuffle, to show you the deck I was using, was at the bottom. So there is kind of a sense of that there is a yin and yang energy circling around you. And that symbolizes balance and holisticness. I don't know. I went on holidays and I can't think now. So, yeah, a strategy, but doesn't it make you feel sometimes, for, I don't know, I feel like I'm sort of like sitting in you, in your energy. And I have a Taurus moon, so maybe there's like a bit of that earthy energy where it feels like you could make the best plans ever. And they are so perfect. They are, you know, the environment suits exactly what it is that you want to do. And it's setting up that way. It's going to be perfect. And then, you know, the family goes off, or whatever that is, that energy that I'm feeling. And then that friend phones you like, oh my God, they need my help. I don't know what it is. But it just, the best laid plans. And what is this at the bottom? Financial constraints are at the bottom. Maybe some of this has to do with work. Obviously, your finances. I kind of get this feeling too, like maybe some of you were going to work overtime. I don't know why work is coming up, Virgo. Isn't that funny for you? There's really a sense of like other people's taking a holiday or a vacation and you hitting the grindstone, or wanting to, or this was going to be an opportunity. But then it feels like it doesn't work out. Like there's, I don't know, maybe if you wanted to do some overtime at work because other people were away, so this is a good opportunity for you to catch up on time and making a bit of extra money. There's a lot of sort of like channeled intuitive messages coming in with your reading. I do feel like that there's a friend, and you just can't let them down, is the feeling. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Yeah, you can't. Because one thing I think Virgo is too, Virgo seems pretty tight with friendship to me. So let's see. Like they take friendship seriously, I want to say. I've just always had that impression with Virgo. Not to say that other signs don't. There's a commitment there. There's a level of commitment, and it feels as though it kind of, it comes in right in the middle when you were planning something here. Strategy and financial constraints. 3, 4, right? You have 21 and 13. 2 and 1 is 3, and 1 and 3 is 4. Going from the 3 to the 4. Your strategy is to expand and move forward here, but it's almost like, yeah, because there's a pause button. What is a pause button? The Queen of Swords and the World card. Geez, you have a lot of major arcana. Holy crap, a lot. Okay, so whatever these twists and turns are, they're pretty hard to avoid. Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, the Sun is at the bottom. Yeah, there again is that feeling of, you know, big plans for yourself. Some sort of big plan here. I don't know if it has to do with finances or it has to do with, like, I don't, it's just this feeling of trying to get caught up on something. And it just feels systematic. And even the systematic approach could even improve your finances, right? Like maybe you need to sit down and really make a budget here. Really figure out, okay, where's all this money going? What's going on here? And then the family is gone for the week. And you sit down and you look at the budget and go, God damn it, they spend like $500 a week on DoorDash. That's where the money's going. You guys, I don't know, but that gets taken away. You can't do that, but there's something here, heart, like big of the heart. That's what I'm really getting with this friendship card. There's your kindness and excellent counseling skills. You know you're the person for this emotional job, but it pulls you away from what, like a more technical, practical thing that you wanted to focus on. It could be emotionally draining too. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. You could even find yourself on a tighter budget. You could find yourself on a tighter budget. I'm hearing fixed again. I got an image of my mom. It's really funny. She's not a Virgo. Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, yeah. Okay, your tarot cards. Queen of Swords with the Moon. The World with the Lovers. The Hierophant with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Empress with the Judgment card. Do you see what I mean about major arcana? And you have the Sun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Major arcana. There was something here that was clouding your vision or your focus. It's got the Lovers. Again, it's so odd. It's almost like it could be a partner. The World. Maybe it is. Maybe for some of you this is like, I kicked them out of the house. I've moved out of the house and I'm starting all over again. Money is tight because of that. It feels more like it's temporary to me though. I don't know why I'm getting that. It just feels like you stayed home and the family went off camping or something. It's like, oh, thank God. I'm out of the house. That is the perfect time, I tell you, to go through the kids' closets. Because they don't remember the shit until they're like, 10 years later and it ends up something that you threw out is very valuable and comfortable. Mom, remember that Star Wars set that I had? A little bit. Why? Someone auctioned it off on eBay for $10,000. Where is it? I don't know. The Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress and the Judgment. See, this Hierophant feels like the commitment that you were asked to engage in. The Seven of Pentacles. I don't know. This is interesting though here. This is almost like when they come back from vacation. Oh, the Empress and Judgment. This just feels really, really good. I'm going to need to clarify because you have so much major arcana here. It just stands on its own without... the strategy. What's the strategy here? Very carefully. Okay, you might want to change the strategy, might even be, because you're told here, make sure you get lots of rest to cope with the upheaval. Some sort of plan that has gone awry, some sort of strategy that you're not able to implement. So the strategy is to get yourself beyond this feeling of always dealing with something, but maybe not addressing it. Always dealing with something, but not addressing it. And practical, be practical, Virgo. Be practical here, like really think about what needs to be done. This step needs to be taken before that step can be actualized, or your financial constraints. Three of Wands, Page of Swords, and Eight of Swords. It's like you're watching for something that you can't move towards. It's odd. Hoping, anticipating, keeping a watchful eye on something that you can't see. It's weird. The weirdest reading. Okay, now that's interesting too. Is there someone who's gone on the vacation? Because this part with the Empress and the Judgment, this is almost like your partner or your spouse comes by, right? And the kids say, or they come back. The family comes back. And then it's almost as if the kids say, oh, Joey next door wants us to come over for a movie night. And it's like, all right, you go. Kids go. And then, right, like this is almost like coming together again. It's got that, yeah, it has that feeling. Like it's very uplifting. It's very sensual. It's very comfortable. It's kind of beautiful the way it ends. But it's weird how we get to it. And I gotta say, I don't know. Or maybe the family did take a vacation and they took all the money with them. It's such an odd reading, Virgo. Like there's parts of it that feel so specific. And I'm trying to broaden it for you because I know some people will be going, that's not quite my story. But you're all getting pretty good at saying, you know, I see where this fits in my life, Cindy. But it's just an odd thing about watching for something that you can't see. The Queen of Swords and the Moon. The Queen of Swords and the Moon. I don't know what... The Emperor... I think the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, the Strength card, and the Nine of Swords. Right? There's an ending here with something something quite significant. The Emperor and the Empress. Painful ending here. Trying to be strong through it and not get in your head. But there's honestly, there's a new beginning here with this Empress energy, with Judgment. It rises up, it lifts your soul up. Oh, that was all about the Queen of Swords and the Moon. Will possibly be being cut out. Being detached, not seeing it, not knowing. Being left in your head about where something is or ends up. Could be a business partner even who went away. The World and the Lovers. The end of some sort of significant choice. The Lovers again. The Two of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. The Lovers. And the Magician. The Lovers are in here twice. Some sort of dream you had here about building something. Again, it's your strategy that's been pushed down an unusual road. And it's trying to reclaim a choice. So there was some sort of plan you had. It was quite significant for you. but then something happened. And I feel like it happened either with a friend distracting you. I do feel like there was something that gave you an opportunity here, like some sort of energy, group of people, family, friends that went away and gave you the opportunity to look at things or organize yourself. But you didn't quite get through it because there's something that happens where a friend needs your help. It's almost as if I'm sitting in this kind of confused state with you, and then like it seems really good though at the end. It's just you have to push through it. The Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles. The Tower, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Well, see there, isn't that funny? It's like the mom and the kids come back, or dad and the kids come back, or something. Excited. Excited, but there's something is detached emotionally here with the Four of Cups. Maybe you're feeling detached emotionally. I don't know what this is that you're watching, but you can't see. And that's coming through to me as the thing that there was an emotional disconnect from. But then trying to build something much bigger here emotionally. And then, I mean, I like that you end with the Queen of Cups going into, let's see, this Empress and Judgment. The Empress and Judgment. Oh my God. What the hell is that? The Devil. The Three of Swords. The Ace of Cups. The Hermit. And the Ten of Cups. Oh, I tell you, this just seems like if you've had a vacation away from a partner, or you've even had like a breakup from a partner, or someone has had to travel far away, and even perhaps there was some sort of desire to stay connected, but you had to step up emotionally to help a friend and you couldn't. And like circumstances outside of your control causing sort of this heartbreak, this pain. And then again, right, like having this new big emotional feeling. And the Hermit, like that's like the energy of something that you're watching, but you are the Hermit. But I'm trying to get too focused on that because it feels like the energy of what you're watching but you can't see. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's like what you're watching but you can't see. Or watching for something that you can't see. So your intuition, but then here's that coming together. It's really, it's almost, it is that kind of like a partner that you've been away from for a long time, and it's almost like that makeup sex or that, I don't know, pretty odd. Okay, yeah, right. You're gonna have a good future here, but I don't know, it just seems kind of funny right now. Now you need to help a friend. You need to help a friend, or you needed to help a friend. Justice. My goodness, you had to help someone fight. Holy crap. Justice, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Sun. Well, that's definitely a friend, right? Like the Six of Cups is a soulmate, someone that you have a soul connection with here. And you definitely had to counsel them. You had to be there for them, or you're trying to, or you need to, or you want to. And the signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. boy, of course we would get the moon on that. Doubts and confusions. 7 of Cups, the moon, Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. There's definitely something that is right now very confusing and mysterious for your reading. But it's going to be good. It's going to be for everyone's higher good. It's going to be the absolute truth and clarity here. The 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. It feels like carrying a much heavier burden than you should be carrying, and even having to defend what this is. And that's almost, it's as if that's all you can do, and you can't really focus on other things. So that's your reading, Virgo. I'm going to go do the extended. Thank you so much, my friends. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.